Oh, let's get centered. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. All right, we are just waiting for our Facebook friends and our Instagram friends to join us, and then we're going to get started. How's it, Casper? Hi. How are you doing, Casper? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Exciting times. All right. We're just waiting for our friend to join us, and then I'm going to get started. Okay. How have you been doing, Casper? Lomi, hello. Hi. Hello, Farzad. Hello. Nice to see you. Okay, Facebook. Hello, Facebook. Hi, guys. Okay. Farzad, I'm doing well. It's Friday, and it's a good, beautiful day. I can just see outside. Thank you. Thank you very much for asking. And I guess I'm going to take the opportunity as we're sitting to wish all of our Muslim students, friends, and their families a Ramadan Kareem. I know it started off today. No, I think it will be tomorrow in South Africa, but almost. So wishing you well over the fast. How's it, Maureen? Farzad, am I off tomorrow? No, I'm never off, if that answers your question. All right, guys, let's get started. So over the last 2 weeks, I've been dealing with functional language, from giving opinions to asking opinions to offering, asking for permission, refusing permission. And of course, yesterday we dealt with the very interesting and most useful of them all, asking questions, and we looked at the structure of those questions. Today, I am going to be wrapping up functional language from the last 2 weeks, and we are we're ending off with complaining. Okay, so can any of you guys give me an example of when you would need to complain about something? Hello, Ahmed. Hi, Shaklini. Raquel, thank God it's Friday. Ooh, ooh. How's it? All right. Tell me, when would you need to complain about something? Give me any scenario. Anybody? Okay, so here are some examples of when one would need to complain. So, your Wi-Fi at your hotel or at your homestay or at your hostel is not good. It's not working, or it's not good. There's a good reason to complain. Your flight has been cancelled. Farzad, for example, you bought a new car and it's broken down. It has broken down. Yes, that's one reason to complain. Maureen, I hurt myself. That is a really big reason to complain. And using also some creative language. Very good. Thanks, guys. I don't know if this has happened to you, but it has happened to me and many of my friends and family a ton of times, and that is you get the wrong food at a restaurant or it's not to your standard. All right. So if we really gave it some thought, we could probably come up with 100 different reasons why we complain, right? And somehow I believe that it's easier for us to complain than to give compliments. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems that way sometimes. So, guys, in general, it's pretty difficult to complain. Well, it is for me at least. So having to complain in another language altogether is pretty tough. However, it is sometimes necessary to do so. So in order for you to confidently put forward a complaint, you need to follow a few basic steps. But the first thing, the very, very first thing you need to consider is your aim. Why are you complaining in the first place? So many times we don't even realize that what we're complaining about might actually not be a complaint. So what is your aim? If once you've got your aim, you know why you're complaining, you can then prepare to do so well so that your problem is sorted out. All right, I'm not telling you now that tomorrow you're going to complain about something and then magically it's going to be worked out, okay? But your chances are just that much higher. Hello, Ibrahim. Hello, Joy. Thank you for joining. So I'm going to walk you through a few steps that will help you to effectively and politely complain about something or to someone about something. So the first thing you want to do is use indirect language. I've been talking about indirect language quite a lot recently. Go back to my other videos and especially yesterday's one. Yesterday's one, we spoke a lot about indirect questions, and indirect language is what you want to be using, which means very simply, do not say, I'm angry about X or I'm upset about X. That is direct, all right? And the moment you do that, the person that you're complaining to's back goes up. Feelers go up, and you have already sort of initiated a negative stance, all right? So you want to say, I'm sorry, but I'm not very happy about this. Or I'm sorry, I'm a little bit upset or disappointed about X. So especially in the second example, I'm sorry, but I'm not very happy. Instead of saying, this is so bad, I'm so upset, I'm so angry, and using negative words, you've actually used a positive word, all right? And used indirect language to reinforce the issue that you have. Another example, perhaps there was a misunderstanding, but, and excuse me, how can we sort this out? How can we sort this problem out? All right. Now I want you to hang on to the last example. Excuse me. How can we sort this out? Because we've used a modal verb. Now, when you're complaining, you might want to try and use modal verbs, because modal verbs are always that much more polite, right? Even can in this particular case. So use modal verbs where possible. Here is an example. Could you help me with this issue, please? Could you help me with this issue? Issue is a very elegant word for problem or something that's not working, right? So it's very elegant. Try and use it. Could you help me with this issue, please? All right. And another example, I'd like to make a complaint. I'd like to make a complaint. So in the first one, I've used could. In the second one, I've used would. I would like to make a complaint. All right. So use indirect language and try to use modal verbs where possible. Again, you're just layering that politeness. All right. And it's going to be to your advantage, guys. Your advantage. Hello, Hossam. How's it? All right. Then end your complaint with a question, a simple question. How can we fix this? So if the question that you asked was, could you help me with this issue? Or could you assist me with this issue? The person speaks to you about it, tells you the different scenarios that can be done, and then you will end your complaint with, so how can we fix this? Or is there anything that can be done? When I think of these examples, I think of technology. I think of my telephone breaking or my mouse or anything. And trust me, every single day something technological breaks or doesn't work properly, and I lose my plot. So it's very difficult to remain calm in these situations because you need to use your mouse. You need to use your phone, right? So at the end of the day, after I've complained, I want to know if something can be sorted out, right? So end your complaint with a question, a simple, polite question. Is there anything that can be done? How can I fix this? How can we fix this? By doing so, you're sort of putting the ball in their court. Let's see what they can do about this, right? Good. And the next step would be to say why you're upset. So give your reason why. So excuse me, I really can't accept this steak. It's totally undercooked, for example. So you go to a restaurant and you don't like what you get served. Tell them why you don't like it. Not say, I don't want this, but excuse me, or I'm sorry, I really can't accept this because it's totally undercooked. Right? Another example could be, this has happened to me before. I'm sorry, teacher, but why am I not on the class list? I booked for intensive. All right, so complain politely, using direct language, try use a modal verb, and say why. Say why you have the problem. How is it causing you an issue? Right, then it shouldn't come as a surprise to you, but the last and most essential addition to complaining is remaining calm and being polite. I'll say this with the greatest respect to everybody who's lost the plot, including myself, which happens at least 3 times a day. Guys, nothing, absolutely nothing comes from being aggressive or rude. Nothing. But you may get some joy by being polite and calm. At the end of the day, you remember that you're complaining in another language. The last thing you want is to be over aggressive in a language you're not even too confident in. So be calm, be polite. Hello, Mazen, and tackle your problem, your situation, with confidence. And I will share a very short story about something that happened to me many years ago. A few years ago, I traveled to Brazil, and on my way home, I was flying out of Rio, and as we were taxiing down the runway to take off, there was a really bad technical problem, and the takeoff was aborted, and we had to get off the plane and wait for a full 9 or 10 hours for another flight to arrive, which would then take us home. Okay, that's fine. I would rather be on the ground than with the problem in the air, right? No problem. The issue came a couple of hours later when the inclusive Wi-Fi at the airport ran out. So considering that technically it's not my doing that I'm stuck at the airport for another 8, 9, 10 hours, whatever it was, I can't remember, I approached the customer service official, and I very politely asked them in English, well, I said, I have a little problem, and I've run out of Wi-Fi because my flight has been delayed, example, and I need to work, and unfortunately I can't because I'm not able to connect to the Wi-Fi anymore. The 2-hour free Wi-Fi has finished. Is it possible at all to get a little bit extra Wi-Fi while I'm here at the airport? And as I'm telling you the story, I said it exactly in this way, and I got free Wi-Fi for the rest of the time that I was in Rio, and I didn't pay a cent. All right, so they could have also just said, sorry, you need to pay, I don't know, 20 reals for 20 gigabytes. I don't know, but little micro story of how just asking in a polite, calm manner something that is technically owed to you, because it wasn't my fault that I had to be stuck in the airport for 10 hours, but you know, these things happen, right? I could have easily gone there and say, oh, it's not my fault, you must give it to me for free. Their backs would have gone up and they would have just said, no, go away. Mark my words. Hello, guys. Hello, Willy Boo. Oh, Ishmael, how's it? Raquel, you're also joining. Oh, hi. I've got 2 Raquels now. Oh, it's the same Raquel. Hi. Okay, so that was my micro story, all right, regarding to complaining. And I promise you guys, I'm not a saint. I also get upset, and it's very easy to become impolite. However, it is also my language. So I have command of how I'm going to deal with the situation. Here we have to consider that it's not your native language, and you want to be confident in your skills when you do complain. So as always, I try to give you a little bit of, I try to give you some ideas on how you can practice this. And this particular functional language is not the type that you go out to practice like you would opinions. It's not like you go into a chat and start complaining, right? It's kind of weird. So in essence, practicing how to complain in English has to be done in pretty much in a controlled environment. So what you can do is you can go online and get some role play cards, or you can just make them up, like the ones that I just today. And once you've got the complaint, you and a friend can role play. So somebody is the customer service, the other one is complaining, and you can practice that. You can also check complaining scenes in popular movies that you can look up on YouTube. There's tons of them, especially the comedies. And you can also ask your conversation leaders or your teachers to prepare a lesson that deals with this particular functional language, so you can get some practice. But other than that, guys, you can't just go outside and start complaining, right? So keep that in mind. With that, guys, I would like to wish you a fantastic weekend. In South Africa on Monday, it is Freedom Day, therefore a national public holiday. So I will not be live on Monday, but I will see you all again on Tuesday. Ramadan Kareem again to all our Muslim friends, families, our students. We wish you a blessed fast, a peaceful one at that. And lastly, just a reminder to all of you out there, English One is online now. We have fantastic virtual classes, private lessons, and specialized lessons as well. as other online services. So if any of you are interested in any of these services or lessons, please don't hesitate to reach out to us on any of our platforms, and I'm also going to link our details to the description box at the end of this video. Guys, all of my videos are recorded and on our YouTube channel. All you need to do is hop on over, subscribe, and watch all the videos as many times as you like. And to English 1 students that are watching, I will see you at 6 o'clock. Guys, have a fantastic weekend. Salutations. Bye-bye.